Conventional wisdom dictates one path: go to school, get a job, work diligently, accumulate savings, pay off debt, and venture into the stock market for long-term gains. But pause for a moment. Why hoard money when trillions are printed? The chasm between the 1% and the rest is cavernous. It's not just about money, it's about capturing the bigger picture. So what is the alternative? Deep within each of us lies a shadow of poverty. Yes, even inside me. There is also a portion of the middle class which longs for stability, longs for that reliable salary. And then there is a fragment of wealth. They all coexist within us, but curiously, it is not taught. We are indoctrinated to pursue an education, get a job, and wait for a paycheck, not prepared to acquire wealth. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, my mentor emphasized the dangers of a paycheck. He considered it one of life's most harmful traps. According to him, the moment you accept a salary, you embrace servitude, you become an employee, enslaved by money. My rich dad never gave me a paycheck. This idea tormented my impoverished, indebted, government-employed biological father. You have to pay people, they insisted. But Rich Dad's perspective diverged. He hated the idea of being beholden to money. As an entrepreneur, if one company failed, another would emerge. Don't rely on paychecks without dependence on others. If my government despised me, I would seek solace elsewhere. Entrepreneurs are coveted assets. They transcend borders. Entrepreneurship is not simply about businesses. It is a state of mind, a repertoire of skills, and adherence to a distinct set of principles. Small businesses operate under different paradigms than corporate giants. Entrepreneurship involves a different mindset, a set of skills, and following unique rules. For someone contemplating the leap into entrepreneurship, I echo my own transformation. I vividly remember my last paycheck, a bittersweet parting gift in Puerto Rico while working for Xerox. My supervisor gave me a bonus check, about $30,000, subject to taxes. Excitement mixed with concern. While I was processing this stroke of luck, a colleague, John, prophesied my return. "You will come back," he stated. I responded defiantly, disdaining his lack of faith. John, having failed himself, sought refuge in Xerox once again. I promised a different destiny. Failure would not be my downfall. My mentor, Rich Dad, instilled in me the determination to overcome financial droughts. Adversity breeds ingenuity, resilience, and character. It is a litmus test of integrity. Will you succumb to deception and theft, or will you emerge a more excellent individual? That's the crux of entrepreneurship. Reveal your essence when you let go of worldly possessions. Always consider the bigger picture. In the midst of turmoil lies opportunity, but preparation is essential. To assume that the next 2 decades mirror the previous ones is folly. Adaptation is key. When buying milk, we check the expiration date. But how often do we evaluate our mental expiration? Instead of avoiding the debt, I accepted it. I refinanced a hefty $300 million in debt, cutting my interest rates from 5% to just 2.5%. This maneuver proved lucrative. There was an increase in cash flow, driven by reduced borrowing costs. While experts advocate avoiding debt, I advocate controlling it. So when I returned from service in Vietnam in January 1973, the first thing Rich Dad told me was, go to school to learn how to invest in real estate. It wasn't real estate, it was how to use debt and taxes. Debt and taxes make the rich richer. Debt and taxes impoverish the poor middle class. So all the rich guys who are doctors and lawyers, or, those guys, they're being fooled and they don't know why. Doctors are receiving cream. Oh yes, they are making more money, but the net profit is less. Sure, my doctor just yelled at me. He's happy. He says, "Oh, guess what? I finally won $1 million." And I said, "Yeah, This was just 3 weeks ago. So I said, "Yeah? Well, how much did you pay in taxes?" He says, $750,000 in taxes. So his net worth was about $400,000. Not bad. But when I win $1 million, I keep $1 million. And the reason is that I can't do it working for money. Look, if you work for money, you pay taxes. That's why the number one lesson of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that rich people don't work for money. Instead,